Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my Tuesday Weird videos. It used to be Wednesday, it's not anymore. Don't ask why. I'm lazy, that's why. Welcome to another video. I am a green screen character today. So, today I wanted to talk about a game that isn't even out yet. A game that I requested access to during one of the few moments that it's open. And I got in. A game that most people would find pretty strange, being that it very clearly has a target demographic. Today we're talking about the game Wild Assault. A game that I've played more than a couple hours already, and I only got access 3 days ago. I was not expecting to like the game as much as I do. It's a game, the best way I can describe this game is Battlefield meets hero shooter meets Fortnite third-person shooter meets furries. Hear me out. It's actually a really fun game. I think that even people who aren't furries would have a lot of fun with this game. And we've got some gameplay going on behind me. I really enjoy playing Vladimir, heavy, tanky guy with a big gun. It's just, yeah. I like playing tanks, I like playing healers. The reason I don't play healer much in this game, which, it isn't too bad of a thing. The healer is brokenly overpowered. And not the healing aspect, her gun just beams people. Here's a nice compilation of me getting absolutely demolished by what should be the lowest firepower character in the game. The game's in alpha, so it's not going to be the final product. Right now, there's only really one game mode and one map, and you play basically like point capture, A, B, and C, that sort of stuff. Really common basic game mode, and so far it's really fun. It's an alpha, so a lot of the things that I would argue aren't amazing about it, things like the progression being entirely non-existent, the characters not being perfectly balanced, that stuff I can excuse. The game's in alpha, that's what that time is for. The gameplay loop is really fun. Even though you're not getting that progression, you're not going to have that, like, the match win isn't the most important thing. The way that the gameplay works right now, it's like a 20-person team. So you're basically going out there and you're trying to top frag. Something that if you've seen me play any game ever, you know that I'm not going to do that very often. But as another creator who's talked about this game, Beta Ada Delota, a notable furry YouTuber who I saw one of his videos in my feed about this game, and that's how I was introduced. I have fairly similar critiques to him, though I play entirely different characters to him. I was never a, like, Call of Duty player when I was a kid. My Call of Duty was Phantom Forces on Roblox, and I wasn't even that good back then. the interesting thing, bullet drop is really heavy. It's a lot heavier than you would think it would be. Because in most games, yeah, there's bullet drop. In this one, there's bullet drop. It is heavy. But it's never been that big of a deal to me. Because recoil is very, very strong. And it's also semi-random. You aren't going, especially on some of the characters I play, and the characters with low recoil, like the skunk and the rabbit, I've forgotten their names, they are very good, and a lot of people like to play them. I can see that the healer being overpowered is a bit of a choice, though I have seen that there is a character limit on how many you can play, which I think it's something like 5. I'm not exactly sure. I played the skunk character a little bit. They're really interesting. They are basically what a controller would be from Valorant. Their job is to cover areas. They have AoE damage. Their ultimate's very strong. It gives you cover that you can see through, which, as Viper main in Valorant, I very much would love. The Tiger character is also very strong. I would say he's the second strongest in the game. I don't really play him much because I'm not always like an enjoyer of the melee style character, and in this game it's very easy to get beamed down from those medium to short ranges. Long range isn't actually as powerful, especially on the map that is currently in play, because there's a lot of cover and the interesting use of the tactical sprint, which has your character get down on all fours to run at a faster speed. You also gain more jump height. You can get to places you usually couldn't. It also is the only time that running has a stamina, which I found to be a very interesting mechanic, and you see that I use that a lot in my gameplay to try and reach areas faster, or to just traverse the map, wiggle around my hitbox to make me harder to hit. It's always... I think that it's one of the most interesting mechanics in the game, because it takes away the usual ridiculous light movement mechanics and puts it into one that every character has in some form or fashion, but that if you're not skilled with it, you're not losing out on a ridiculous amount, but if you can use it well, you can really get the jump on your opponents. And especially because you can take high ground that you normally cannot get up to. And finally is the respawn. You die, you can sit there. Every character I think can revive, but as you'll notice in a couple of the clips behind me, it's really, really easy to fuck it up. It also, the prompt doesn't show up all the time, from what I've said, which it's an alpha build, but it is something to note. But I found that pretty annoying. I also have a feeling that there are some bots in the matches, but they seem to be replaced by humans fairly quickly, which is nice. There's a lot of people, for an alpha, there's a lot of people playing this game, which I think is just an attest to its quality. It's a really fun game. And even though there's no progression, I still, I'm logging onto my computer and I'm about to click on my editor, and then, ooh, there's Wild Assault. Which I'm gonna have to not do to get this video out on time, but I've found it really fun. It is a really fun game. If you can get access, join their Discord, go and give your feedback. You can get into the game. It's really fun, and it's not as resource hungry as some of the other games that I've seen. The Finals, a game that I've been playing a decent bit of, but haven't really gotten a good video because it's a team shooter and people don't tend to talk. It's the same as Overwatch. I've tried to do an Overwatch video twice, but I'm thinking I'll do a video of this style through the Overwatch. Also thinking about bringing back War Robot's Core Balance for a final hurrah. What went wrong? Because if you've played War Robots anytime recently, you know the game is fucked. Yeah, but this has been just a short Tuesday video. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. Maybe give a like, maybe subscribe, comment down below, all the YouTube-y stuff. But yeah, thanks for showing up. Play the game. If you can get in, play the game. Even if you're not a furry, it's a fun game. It is a fun game. You should try it. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye. I hit my mirror.
We've reached the halfway point. Keep up the momentum.